So as many of you guys know, I'm a pretty cheap person. I mean, my entire YouTube channel is based on budget technology. And so when Gasky offered to send me $20 headsets, I pretty much jumped on it. As many of you know, I do have $30 headsets reviewed on my channel, but I thought that was as good as it gets. But apparently I'm wrong. So how do these $20 headsets perform? Let's find out. Okay, so the design of these headsets is nothing fancy. It's pretty basic, but it does have a nice slender shape to it. The cup itself is a hard plastic, and there's a thicker, tougher, cheap, leathery feel outside the oblong-shaped cups. Inside of the cups is a harder, very lightly carpeted material, which is kind of weird because most of the headphones or headsets that I use usually have a plushy inside feeling, but this one was quite the opposite. Now, the same material that covers the outside of the oblong-shaped cups also covers the headband. The cool thing about this headband is that it does not catch much oil. On top of that, it's pretty comfortable. It was pretty snug, but it wasn't too tight that it made my head hurt. The red accents to the headsets are actually a pretty nice touch. And like I said, it's basic in design. There's nothing really flashy about it, and sometimes basic is nice. The microphone can be adjusted about 170 degrees, and there is a very satisfying clicky noise whenever you adjust it. The headsets do use a very thin rubbery cord, and about a fifth of the way down, there is a volume rocker and a mute button for the microphone. Now at the very bottom, you will notice that there is actually two 3.5mm headphone and microphone jacks instead of a USB. And I appreciate this because this actually gives you a tiny bit better audio quality because you do not have to convert to USB format. And so I think that's a very, very big pro here for these headsets. The lows for these headsets are actually pretty solid, and I prefer them to my old Senti GS4730s. They have a very nice atmospheric bass that really surrounds you and immerses you into the sound or the audio that you're listening to without being overbearing. Now the mids are pretty clean, but if you start layering them, they can get a bit messy, but you should honestly expect that from a $20 product. Now the highs are not the best in my opinion. They can get pretty shrill and pretty overbearing, and I just wish that they really focused on the higher end of the spectrum here with the sound quality. Now I was pretty surprised by the microphone quality itself. I think it sounds very full, very dark, and very rich. Now I'll give you guys a little bit of what it sounds like here.
What's up guys, it's Ozzy from OzTalksHW, and this is a test using the Gasky headsets. As you can see, it has a pretty rich and dark sound, and you can hear the lower register very well with these headsets and this microphone, but unfortunately the white noise is probably kind of unbearable right now. Unfortunately, that's a big con with this microphone.
So as you guys can tell, the microphone quality is pretty solid. It has a very nice, dark, rich sounding tone to it, like I mentioned earlier, but unfortunately, I just think the white noise can get pretty bad. Now, as many of you guys know, my case is open, and so I can have a bit louder setup than most people, but even with a quieter setup, the white noise is there. So just keep that in mind if you're going to purchase these headsets. Now overall, I think these are a very solid product, especially for $20. Say your headset broke and you just really need something as a backup until you get more money for something better. I think these might fit your agenda very well. Or maybe you just really need a super cheap pair of headsets that still performs decently. I think you should definitely pick these up. Now that's it for this review, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, just let me know. And if there's anything that I can do to make my reviews a bit better, let me know as well. Subscribe if you love the content. I have more coming up soon, more PC gaming builds and all that good stuff. And again, thanks again for 10,000 plus subscribers. I think that's just amazing. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.